All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Final 3 wars of the season, 10, 11, 12, season 39, Overcome. Man, we got a load here. Well, first of all, let me apologize for the backdrop here. I'm on the road, I'm traveling, so I'm not in my normal studio, if you will. So yeah, just bear with me, guys and gals. But so yeah, going up against GT40 again for the second time. JA, I think also for a second time, and TCN. Definitely a really tough war schedule this season. I mean, but honestly, I welcome it. You know, it makes us all better. You got to strategize, and I mean, that's what it's all about, you know. Yeah, so we're going to get right into this. First, I guess, 10th war here. Going up against GT40. Got Mangog, Fixit, Ebony Maw, Annihilus, Immortal Hulk, and Sassy. Yep, running full science team. 1A. So, yep, She-Hulk. I think my masteries right now, I think I've got max inequity spect and 3 in assassin, maybe 5. You know, going back and forth between Karina and whatnot, I just kind of, my masteries are, no, I don't think I have deep wounds, basically, is what I'm getting at. But yeah, standard fight here, 1A, regeneration, I mean, Mangog, you know, pre-fight, Mr. Fantastic, Petrified pre-fight, basically just eliminate the healing. It doesn't reverse because of the node, anything that would heal block instead just prevents healing, it doesn't reverse it. So heal block, you know, obviously stops healing. Petrify would normally reverse it, but it's just going to stop it. So with that Petrify on there, it's just permanent. Like, I mean, you just basically ignore the regeneration from the node. Yep, super easy fight. I mean, flat. Next fight, this is Fixit. So this is, I think it's the first time I fought him this season. And he is global, so this is only a rank 3. She-Hulk is not global attacker, so she has to deal with the glance, and she won't purify. Her signature, you know, allows her to purify. She won't purify with glance debuff up, but if you have a, you know, 1 debuff, you have 30% chance to glance. So combined with her 70% chance to purify against science, she can still purify if she has just like 1 debuff that's not the glancing debuff. Strategy here, you know, basically I want to push him to level 2 if possible. Obviously it didn't work, but yeah, basically wait out the glancing debuff, and I think that disorient that places on you, which gets inflicted on activation, not you know, that was a masochism, you know, commit to the parry and the stun never happened. But yeah, I think if that disorient's on, it lowers defensive ability accuracy, or maybe just ability accuracy, so probably reduces her purified chance when attacking, in addition to the glance chance. Not exactly sure, but I basically approached it to, you know, to the tune of just wait it out, you know, wait out the disorient, wait out any of the debuffs, which are pretty long. The glancing debuffs, not too bad, it's 6 seconds. You know, the Petrify there just deals with the healing. Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't my favorite fight, but it was fine. Like, a lot of this, I just kind of, you know, played it as I went. Played it by ear. But yeah, you can see right here, just waiting out the 2 disorients. I don't even want to take block damage because, you know, it's going to hurt a bit, but a little bit longer of a fight. You know, sure, I could have used Overseer here, but then, you know, you got to kind of, he doesn't really have anything to work around the regen, which isn't bad. Like, the regeneration's not bad, but, I don't know, more comfortable using She-Hulk. You know, I haven't really used Overseer much this season, you know, even though he is debuff detox. But yeah, either way, it was fine. The fight was fine, a little longer, but that's just kind of a result of the global and her not being debuff detox, so. Moving on. Ebony Maw here. This is an Overseer fight. He flattens. I mean, he just straight flattens, you know. Honestly, his retaliation, if you've got him, you know, rank 4 and you've got him max signature, the retaliation damage, it builds, man. It really does, like, it puts in a lot of work, and oftentimes against the squishy mystic, you know, you really don't even need to get to cosmic mode. I mean, oftentimes, unless you're against like a man thing or a mortal abomination or someone that, you know, nullifies, in which case, you know, it ramps him really quickly. You know, oftentimes, you know, they're half dead or more by the time you get to like a 4+ charge cosmic mode ready to activate. So yeah, I mean, you can see here, you know, I'm at 3. I could activate now, but don't really need to. You know, I'm at 4 there. Look at that retaliation. I mean, damn. Yeah, I mean, Ma is already just destroyed. Look at this. Now I'm in cosmic mode, and Ma is down to, you know, 25% health. I mean, yeah, he's just a monster. He really is. Yeah, so, you know, straightforward fight. Just mind the strike counter. Let's see, yeah, Nihilus here. So yeah, you guys might have seen my earlier video with Blade, and this was just went sideways immediately. Naturally, you know, you duel 50 times, you know, 45 of those duels are perfect, you know, 5 are okay, and then, you know, you get into war and it all goes to hell. But Annihilus, you know, versus She-Hulk, I mean, she's got the equipment, she's got the technology, you know, that's slow. So as long as you just basically block the level 1, you know, there's no risk of getting clipped by his stupid little hop. You know, you keep slow up and, you know, a couple of good baits there to bait out that special. Don't get nabbed by it, and, you know, you pretty much eliminate any risk. I mean, the only risk on this node is, well, Annihilus, if you don't have an answer for the slow, but the prowess, you know, that prowess, man, it'll hurt if you get clipped. So yeah, just, you know, mind that level 1, plenty of distance. Try to keep slow up, heal a bit from the debuff there. Very straightforward for anyone that plays She-Hulk. A fantastic counter for Annihilus. Oh, she's stocky. She can handle some hits. Blah! He just falls over. Next fight, I think this is what Immortal Hulk. This is, I think, just a diversity placement. His specials are easy to avoid, evade, avoid. He's got no real gimmick. I mean, I guess Immortal, you know, if you're hitting him when he goes Immortal, I think you can whiff. You know, you whiff and he can clip you there, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's a longer fight, I think is what this is. Diversity placement and, you know, forcing a longer duration fight, which it was. I mean, I think this is a minute and a half, maybe close to a 2-minute fight, but definitely straightforward. I mean, always try to bait the level 1 from Immortal Hulk. I mean, the level 2, yeah, sure, it's pretty easy to bait, but yeah, if you're going to get hit by either one of those, it'll be the level 2, I imagine. Like, the level 1 is pretty free. Those Furies, they drop off. You don't want to throw. He is extra large, so She-Hulk, you know, her Furies do last a lot longer. Don't want to parry here. You can get, you know, you can sprinkle in a parry, you know, every 10 seconds if you want, but, you know, you get that passive disorient, which hurts your block, and also, you know, reduces your defensive ability accuracy. So, you know, you basically just hit block, push him over a bar, bait it out, and then, you know, you see the routine here. You see the rotation. You could drop level 1s if you want, since Petrify doesn't, you know, he's going to heal from Petrify, he's going to heal from Exhaustion, any debuff you put on him. So, main reason I was sticking with level 2 is because I already had skill boost, or I'm sorry, science boost. So, you know, you still get the power back, even though he's going to get a Petrify, he's going to heal from it. I mean, hell, he's going to heal from the Exhaustion on level 1. I mean, she's a science champ, you know, like, they inflict debuffs, that's just what it is. But Assassin kicked in there. Like I said, I think I'm running 3 Assassin right now. Because of Karina. Typically I only have 1 in Assassin, because it's solid value for 1 point. I do love Assassin. I mean, I like it at 5, you know, 3 or higher, preferably, but, you know how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to make trade-offs with these masteries. Trade-offs. Sassafras here, rank 4, probably Sig 200, but this guy just gets bombed. This is a fun fight. I mean, this whole war, I feel like I executed pretty cleanly. Yeah, everything felt good. There was no, you know, I didn't feel, I think Fixit was really the unknown because I had never fought him yet. If it was a rank 4 Fixit, it would have taken a good deal longer. Don't necessarily think it would have been any harder, but just longer. Yeah, so 3 fights on Sassy. We're gonna do combat power rate, looks like. We'll just stand there right through his freaking falter. Yeah, I timed the falters really well here. You know, I've gotten pretty good at this node. I've fought this node a bunch with various champs. Typically it's a Sassy here, you know, sprinkle in a Nihilus, maybe another Mystic occasionally, but Sassy's here pretty often, and she just bodies him. I'm more just standing, just confident in the timing there, and, you know, we can counteract, but it doesn't matter. 58-second fight, you know, really it's like, what, 50 seconds if you count actual fight time because of the match start, the run, and, you know, etc. So yeah, I think that was, someone else took Void. Normally, you know, She-Hulk could crush Void, but that's a rank 5 Void, and he is global. So, kind of risky with She-Hulk there. But, yeah, we had our guy, shout out to, I think it was Kaz. Man, that guy, flawless execution with Falcon against that Void. Man, it was a pretty fight. Falcon, man, we make fun of this guy, but he's a beast, you know? He's simple, super effective. He was banned a handful of times this season. Anyway, so moving on, we got JA now. Tigra, Chavez, Rintrah, Wong, Mojo, Spot. You see it. I mean, this is what Blade does. I mean, he just mows them down. It is just nuts. We got another season of this, and I'm confident we're gonna see Blade banned. And I'm guessing probably 2 wars, maybe more. I mean, there's other, you know, there's obviously other good bans, but Blade, man, this guy just cuts through everything. And he's always in it, you know, with the regen, he's never out of it. If he's got Danger Sense, 10k plus attack. Nuts, man. Boosted, that is, you know, boost up, but that's without suicides. Boosted up, Danger Sense, 10k plus. Silly. Obviously, you know, with Danger Sense, you know, I don't want to say all his damage is in bleed, because he still does really well without the bleed, as you can see. He still gets all the fun ability accuracy reduction and all his other tech. But yeah, that bleed, man, the bleed is huge. You see here the strat, I just rolled over my, I think I had a level 1 here, level 1 start. I don't remember. But either way, you know, do a couple parries, parry bleeds before knocking her down to get your power up, close to, you know, 2 bars, knock her down, remove the protection, and then, you know, we just go into the somersaults. Alright, yeah. I think Rintrah, yeah, he's next. This was on, what is this? The Root Mini. He's a big boy too. Rank 4 Rintrah. This guy's got 300-something, what, 360,000, 70,000 health? 376,000 health, and he's not even like on a, you know, mini boss island. I think they have bigger health pools there, but you know, I said a bunch in my battle group. There's that opening parry, just miss that and get wrecked. Yeah, no, Blade oftentimes, man, if they can bleed, you know, you don't even need the level 2. So more frequently than not, you can just roll with the level 1s. You don't have to use skill power tools. Just, you know, throw an 8% or 12%, you know, skill special boost. Good to go. But yeah, I mean, he's just a dominating machine. I mean, this guy just crushes. I think I only take a couple, you know, parries here, but I think if I calculated correctly, I think Danger Sense prevented 1 of the charges from the bubble shield, but then he gets bubble shield charges from every other parry. I still don't even make it close to 10. I mean, you can see Rintrah just melting from the level 1 bleed. But you can see my whiff baits here. Boom, try to bait it out every time. Just with a, you know, a whiff light. And I do get smacked in a couple of these, but you gotta push the envelope. You know, you have to see what you can get away with in order to stay super offensive. Like, that's my play style. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it definitely works for me, the way I prefer to play, and it's also really effective, you know. Whop! And then he just falls over. Ooh. But yeah, you know, I get tagged, I think, in one of these Mojo fights, and yeah, I don't know, another fight. I'll remember when I see it, but yeah, same deal here. This is Mighty Charge, still boosted up. I think those first 3 fights, yeah, those first 3 fights were all one take, one, you know, recording. And I carried that level 1 start boost, or invulnerability, whichever boost it was. I think it was level 1 start, just all the way through those 3 fights. So that was that's always fun. Maximum efficiency, you know. Wong, Mighty Charge. I got that early intercept, that draft back light. You know, go ahead and get these leads going. See, and you saw that whiff bait into parry, you know, and right there I get smacked. I was trying to parry his drop down. But again, like this, you know, like I was saying, you want to get, you want to press the envelope, you know, push the envelope. See what you can get away with. You know, it's how you test timing. I mean, you know, so a lot of things you can't really ever test. I mean, in off season, there's some stuff. Got another intercept there. But you know, a lot of times people run suicides on defense, and you know, you can't really test. You don't necessarily want to, you know, go big on boosts or whatever the case is. Yes, off-season is definitely a testing ground, but it doesn't always work out as planned. So some of this, you know, some of my R&D, right, is I do it in season. You know, I just, you know, I keep a measurable amount of safety. You know, I'm not going to sit here and get reckless when if I'm at 20% health and the match is going sideways. But yeah, testing does occur in season. This is the Mojo I was talking about. I mean, this guy just gets absolutely perforated. I mean, it's pretty silly. 300, what is it? 330,000 health. Yeah. You know, I do one of my whip baits here just to see, but he gets up and smacks me, but that's okay. You know, I got a full bar. And max petrify mastery, so, you know, kind of maintain, keep their power rate down right there, so, you know, tag. Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know, but I'm fine with it. I mean, you'll see why later. You'll see the payoff for experimentation like that, right? So, you know, you see it, you know, right here. Boom, get the parry, so you get a parry boot in. You know, whip bait, he's coming at you, parry it, I mean, and consistency, you know, mastering those timings allows you to parry a lot of stuff, like this spot fight, stun immune, but, you know, that's one of Blade's assets, you know, among his other tech, you know, he's got those parry bleeds, man, it's unique. It's, you know, Colossus is, I think, the only other champ that has something similar. Colossus parry, I think it does damage, some kind of like direct damage or something on parry when he's got armor ups. And you've got the only other one that comes to mind, which I do like, but it takes a synergy, is Guardian. Guardian with Sassy synergy. You know, he's got shock on parry. Doesn't stack, but it is super nice because he can already parry non-projectile. But Blade's parry, bleed on parry is it's just, look at this. I mean, I'm nailing these parries. You know, it feels good. I'm waiting out the poison. You know, Danger Sense prevents a lot of this. A lot of the DOT you can see. And he's a global defender. So, like, he's preventing glance. You know, he's preventing DOT. But yeah, you know, I want to try to throw these within the incinerate timer, because poison, even though he fast shrugs and, you know, limits the DOT inflicted, poison, it hurts the regen, you know, so, but, you know, shredded, just toast. Yeah, Spot just gets crushed by Blade. It's just not even funny. All right, so TCN, this is our last war, you know. I'll circle back at the end. I'll kind of go over, you know, summarize some of the crap that happened, you know, against those two wars. This is well executed too. I mean, these last 3 wars, I only did my blading in the JA war, but you know, she hulked up for GT40 and TCN. Sassy first node on 1A again instead of Mangog this time, like, you know, in GT40. But you know, you see it. I mean, Sassy, the She-Hulk, it's like, man, if you know how to play She-Hulk, Sassy is just, you know, sorry about that. You know, he just gets crushed by She-Hulk. And that's the thing, like, you know, she's got that petrify and that slow, you know, so you just basically ignore Tanorak. With Mr. Fantastic, which you're basically always going to run him if you run a She-Hulk, that petrify, it mitigates Mystic Dispersion, right? But then her own petrify, stacked with that, it actually reverses it. So, you know, you get amazing power control. You get class advantage. You got all the technology to just shut Sassy down. It's just it's a fun fight, and it's yeah, great matchup. Yeah, again, this is like the second time taking this node for this global, and the other one was against that Fixit. I already knew what I kind of needed to do. You know, I'm going to take a little bit of reverb here. I didn't do a pre-fight because I don't need it. You know, you can parry Masochism fine, but I needed to be able to inflict a debuff or two to clear Masochism so that I could land the armor break, because, you know, you need that armor break. You need that armor break. You want to avoid his reverb. So yeah, that's why I didn't do the pre-fight, so I was able to parry, clear the Maso, drop the armor break. Hopefully, you know, I could see why. Like, I haven't put any stones in White Magneto. He is rank 4, love the champ, and he goes really well on Mr. Fantastic She-Hulk King. I've said it before, but like, that team, it gives so much versatility to the 3rd champ, and it gives you the flexibility to really run a lot of different champs, you know, because they're all going to benefit from from Mr. Fantastic's pre-fights. If you know, White Magneto is a hero, the teams, you know, are both heroes, so everyone benefits from his atonement, right, or whatever, the pre-fight, and I think atonement, right, 8% attack or something. But they both benefit from the passive stun. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a really good team. But no, I can see the value of, because I think his signature, it allows you to, you know, get an extra persistent charge when you defeat an opponent, but also it extends the duration of his armor break. Which you're like, I'm not gonna put stones in for that, and I get it, you know, but I can see the value in like war. Because, you know, at max length, you know, you could see it would, you know, basically stay active against like Masochism nodes, you know, long enough to be able to get to that level 2, so you could get 2 bleeds or get 2 degenerations or whatever. You saw that, that level 2, man. You know, getting that level 2, once you get to that level 2, man, it can hit so hard. Especially if you got an armor break, you know, you drop 2 degens or bleeds, depending on if they're metal or not. Yeah, oftentimes it's game over. And you know, you don't use his pre-fight, you're gonna get, you know, more prowess faster. So but yeah, this was actually turned out to be a lot more White Magneto heavy than I initially even kind of, because I was like, yeah, just assign me that, that's fine. And I didn't even like, I was gonna use She-Hulk for Annihilus Mini, and then I was like, well, why? I'm already boosted up with my White Magneto. He's, you know, he's metal. Annihilus is metal, so you know, Magneto just already bodies him. Yeah, and I've got the charges. I've already boosted. I've got mutant boost active. Like, yeah, rolling with him. You know, makes sense. And then obviously, you know, no Magneto for this fight. Obviously, bleed immune, class advantage. safe, right? And no pre-fight. Bomb! Look at that. Back to level 2. Yeah, he's definitely a lot of fun. I mean, Mewtwo's definitely taken to another level. Don't have to worry about the level 1. Just throw another level 2 here. Whop! Boom! And just falls over. Yeah. So yeah, Magneto doing some heavy lifting this war. 2 left. We got 2 left. This was fun though. I mean, I wanted to, you know, I've been really into Blade lately. But there wasn't a lot. I mean, there was definitely Blade in use this war, but I think the primary reason I was assigned She-Hulk here is because it's the next fight, the Absorbing Man on Hazard Shift Mini. Totally, you know, pretty much an unknown. Brand new champ. Not in. He's going to be in the next featured batch, but not really. You know, no one really has him yet. There we go. Started, you know, Dex at the beginning so that magnetism comes up. I definitely used a pre-fight here because it allows you to parry freely. But Annihilus, man, he's just... Ooh. So that's minimal, right? That one didn't crit, and I didn't have enough prowess. Didn't have an armor break, so I'm only getting 1 degen. But yeah, he prevents so much stuff on this node. He can prevent the falter, prevent his stifles from landing when he, you know, hits my block, like all kinds of stuff. You know, yep, and then, oh, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Look how long that falter lasts. Because I forgot, in his text, Magneto, if they're metal, it increases all debuffs. I'm pretty sure it's not just DOT. So, like, man, that falter is ridiculous. Like a 2-minute falter. Got the double degen. I mean, he's done now. He's toast. And I just press. Boom! Yeah, no. Well executed. All right, this is the fight here. This is still don't know. Don't know. We don't know if Absorbing Man is going to be a good defender, better on defense, you know, better as an attacker. I mean, I'm sure he'll be a great attacker. He's Mystic for one, which is always good. He's got 4 immunities. Yeah, I mean, he seems like he's going to be a really good attacker regardless. But defender, still not sure. You know, he is large. So She-Hulk's Furies last longer. If she can parry stun him, it's going to last longer. Can't on this node, but here's my mastery setup. I already had Deep Wounds and Despair maxed for Blade. I didn't want to try not to respec attack much because that's a lot. You know, you go deep into Deep Wounds, that's like 25 units, maybe 30. This was key here. So I removed, you'll see the next screen, I removed a bunch of utility because I don't need stun, right? Don't need stupefy. I put it all into Serum Science, as you see there, and also 1 in Resonate. I think I was already running Inequity, maybe not, but maxed Inequity if that wasn't, and then put 1 in Resonate, because why not? I just had that extra point. Why put it in Greater Vitality? I'll take the Resonate. And then, yeah, you can see I cleared out Stupefy, didn't need it, can't parry stun. Petrify, can't parry stun, don't need it. I just keep parry at 1. Sure, I like at max, but I find that I don't need it, you know, for anything, really. You know, fights are fast enough. Yeah, so that always stays at 1. I'd rather allocate those points somewhere else. Yeah. So rank 5, this guy's got 316,000 health, which it's not very big. I mean, for a rank 5, you know, he's Sig 200. For a rank 5, I mean, you know, I think Rintrah or Sassy would have like 500,000 health or something. So not a huge health pool, but yeah. So here we go. She's definitely a hard counter, no question about it. Doesn't have any DOT that he's immune to. Doesn't conflict DOT. Period. She can heavy counter it cleanly. She can heavy counter his level 1. I don't even mess around with his level 2. I haven't, honestly, I haven't, you know, why? I don't want to press him there. But you see I got combat, or I didn't put combat power rank. I went with Petrify and I went with Siphon, because that helps reduce the Incinerate further. Poison immune, so no worry there, obviously. But yeah, it further reduces Incinerates in combination with the Serum Science, and You can see this guy just get bodied by She-Hulk. Like, that drops right there. So there's 5 Furies. I needed him to throw, or I needed to, like, intercept, but I was playing safe, you know? But God, this guy just falls. Look at this. 1 minute. Basically a minute of fight time. Rank 5. No, She-Hulk. She sucks. Oh, man. I just laugh, you know? I want people to just keep sleeping on She-Hulk. I really do. Yeah, because she's amazing. I mean, she just is. Anyway, so, yeah, I'll finish up here. I'll wrap up here, but, so the GT40, we played him twice. Second time, I mean, it was ours. You know, it was like 2-1 or something when I went to sleep, woke up, it was 5-2. They left the door open, literally. And we just folded. You know, we had some issues. I-bomb on Conflictor Mini. Yeah, we had an implosion there. We beat ourselves. They gave us the opportunity, and you know, we squandered. JA, we got hosed there. That was literally, it was a perfect war for us. No deaths, and we lost because we had 2 disconnects. And, you know, I'm sure, oh, disconnect, oh, what's their fault? Bad Wi-Fi. No, it wasn't. It was neither one of those things. Because if you watched one of my earlier wars this season, I was on perfect signal, and I almost, I beat, it was Apocalypse, and basically almost, I got disconnected. But I guess the victory had already gone through, so it didn't count as a death, which was, whew. But both of these were recorded by our guys. And you can clearly see it was a disconnect. Ridiculous. So we had 2 disconnects, which counted for 2 deaths, and we lost. I think we lost, I don't even remember what the score was, but yeah, we lost like 2-2 on time, or 2-1 or something, and it should have been 0. We had literally a deathless war, alliance-wide, and lost. So that screwed us. That should have put us into 2nd or 3rd place, and that would have, you know, changed the course of everything. You know, I don't know if we would have gotten matched against TCN. We should have, you know, beat TCN. We were just, I think we were just all demoralized by that point. But anyway, we'll see you next season. Thanks for watching. Peace.